You're in the program of recovery,
I am.
and you've been sober for how long?
13 years.
13 years. Okay. So you know a lot about the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous.
I do. I do.
So in the big book, where it says that the alcoholic has lost the power of choice in drink, what does that mean to you?
What that means to me is when alcohol is in my body, I no longer have the power to choose what's happening next for me.
So the moment you made a different decision for your life and you wanted to get sober, what fundamentally was different for you potentially on that day that you chose sobriety and not the day before?
So it's interesting because I don't know that I made a decision to be sober. Like, I don't know that I said, I want to be sober on this day. What happened for me was I didn't want to continue to live the way I was living more. Like the drugs and the alcohol.
So you're saying that you had a moment of clarity.
Where I realized that no matter how much I put in my body, no matter what, I wasn't going to get the effect I was looking for. So when I drank or I drugged, it was always for effect. I wanted to get to somewhere else than where I was. I can't even tell you why I didn't like where I was, but I always wanted to be other. And so therefore on that day, it was clear to me that no matter how much I ingested, I wasn't going to get there. And then there was a real risk because my heart was palpitating. I'd been up for days. I wasn't in my right mind. No one was in their right mind at that point in time, that death was going to happen, like that I was going to die before I got the achieved effect that I was looking for. So
is it possible that there was something at stake for you that
Absolutely.
What I hear you saying is that you had a moment of clarity where there was something truly at stake for you. Now, did that give you the power to choose?
Well, I would say yes and no. So that gave me the first glimpse of clarity.
So did you choose or did you not choose sobriety?
I chose sobriety, but it wasn't like an all, there was a moment of clarity where I knew what was happening wasn't working, but I definitely made a choice to recover.
So you had a moment of clarity when what was at stake for you was very high. Now, last question. Do you believe fundamentally that our higher power, that I choose to call God, fundamentally gave man the power to choose, let's call it in the Garden of Eden or your version of the Garden of Eden? Do we have free will or not?
Of course we have free will. We have the ability to choose everything. And when we realized, when I started praying to that candle, that's when the choice was given to me and the moments of clarity came from my understanding. Like once I surrendered to the idea that I wasn't the center of the universe and that I was connected to something greater than to myself, then all of these things I become aware of. I mean, the whole idea that was an all at once really isn't true. It was when I could surrender to the idea that I didn't have all the answers, that the awareness that there was another way of living became available to me.